Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. e5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. F3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and prepares to castle. C6 develops the knight toward the center, protects the pawn on e5, and eyes the d4 square. The Ruy Lopez opening develops the bishop to immediately attack the knight on c6, the lone defender of the e5 pawn. A6 forces the bishop to decide, exchange or retreat. Ba4 safely retreats the bishop while keeping pressure on the knight. F6 attacks the undefended e4 pawn and develops the knight at the same time. Castling gets the king out of the center and prepares to develop the rook to e1. B7 develops the dark-squared bishop and prepares to castle. 1 rupee centralizes the rook and protects the e4 pawn. B5 gains space on the queen side and forces the bishop to the b3 square. B3 is forced, but the bishop is well placed because it attacks the f7 square. D6 defends the e5 pawn and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. C3 prepares the d2-d4 pawn break and clears the c2 square for the light-squared bishop. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. H3 prevents black from developing the light-squared bishop to g4, which would pin the knight and make it hard for white to play d4. B8 retreats the knight in order to relocate it to d7, black plans to fianchetto the light-squared bishop on b7 and doesn't want the knight to block it on c6. d4 attacks the e5 pawn, controls the center and opens the diagonal for the dark-squared bishop to develop. d7 develops the knight toward the center, defends the e5 pawn and keeps the a8-h1 diagonal open for black's light-squared bishop. d2 develops the knight toward the center and protects the e4 pawn. b7 puts the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. bc2 retreats with the bishop to defend the e4 pawn. Re8 moves the rook to a central file and frees the f8 square for black's pieces. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. The pawn is now adequately defended. It is the last book move. This develops a queen off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is good. This activates a rook by developing it off of its starting square. It is excellent. After all captures, this is an equal trade. It is best. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is best. This is a fair move. It is good. A very strong play. It is excellent. This connects the rooks, which helps them coordinate together in the future. It is best. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. This misses a much better move. It is a mistake. Very precise. It is best. Takes back. It is best. This makes a passed pawn, meaning no opposing pawn can challenge it on its way to promotion. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. Recaptures. It is excellent. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players.